Hello, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach. I'm glad to be sharing this moment as we bring in Shabbat and the end of Passover together. Tonight, we don't have our normal Kabbalat Shabbat service because we are entering Shabbat from Chol HaMoed. So instead of needing to climb the spiritual ladder all the way from weekday to the level of Shabbat, today we have an abbreviated Kabbalat Shabbat because we're climbing the spiritual ladder from Chol HaMoed to Shabbat. We've been on this higher plane all week celebrating Passover. And so our rabbis instituted long ago that we have a shorter Kabbalat Shabbat service tonight. Peter, good Shabbos. So with that, we'll begin together with the Psalm for Shabbat. If you have your Sidur Lev Shalem, you can turn to page 27. I'll take a moment and put a link to the Shabbat Sidur on the chat so you can find it there. So let me see here, looking for our Shabbat Sidur online. Hold, please. Not finding it easily. Okay, well, I'll take another moment to find it, and then if not, you can just sing along. Sorry about that. Okay, well, Shabbat Shalom Jay, Shabbat Shalom Peter, Yochai, Regina, Julian. Jay, maybe you know where to find the Siddur online, the Lev Shalem. If you can, please share a link. But we'll begin together on page 27, the Psalm for Shabbat, Tov L'Hodot L'Adonai. Shabbat Shalom, the tribe, joining us in the chat. I'll invite you to turn to page 28 or sing along to the words of Tzadik Katamar. Tzadik Katamar Yifrach Keret Bavanu Yiske Shetuli Bechatzrod Eloheinu Yafrichu Hoyedu Leseva Resheni Veranani Miyu Lehagi Yashar Adonai We'll turn to page 29 for Psalm 92. Adonai malach ke'ulavesh. Mikol hamayim rabim mahadirim mishparei yam adir b'marom Adonai elotecha nemnu meod lebeit hanav hakodesh Adonai leorech yamim. If you're joining us on YouTube tonight and you are saying Kaddish, I'll invite you to write the name of the person you are saying Kaddish for in the chat, and we'll read them along with our Yortzites today. The Yortzites for the upcoming week, the 21st through the 27th of Nisan, are Habibullah Afari, Part Vinatarzaddeh, Hamid Azizi, Ola Bamberger, Gladys Butrak, Hilda Belzberg, Edward Berman, David Bernstein, Michael Bohm, Rose Bromfin Fishman, Annie Kleiman, Jack Kleiman, Grace Eisenstein, Helen Elias, Jacob Elias, Aziz Etzabar, Martin Fleischman, Philip Fox, Sam Gellner, Claire Gershbach, Fanny Giltberg, J. Lewis Goldberg, Lillian Goldman, Lottie Goldman, Hyman Greenberg, Harry Grushkow, Abdullah Hayes, Stephen Hornstein, Hai Kalman, Nathan Kaplan, Mitchell Carlin, Sonia Kashani, Esther Kessler, Judah Kessler, Marika Kessler, Miksa Kessler, Samuel Kopman, Menachem Lautman, Mary Leibovitz, Louis Levin, Linda Lindner, Sally Marco, Abraham Marcus, Minerva Sybil Mindell, Jacob Moskowitz, Akhtar Mosanen, Esther Natvi, Philip Newtman, Eileen Olansky, Benjamin Platt, Malka Poplowski, Kenny Ramberg, Isidore Rosenbaum, Albie Rosenson, Joseph Rosenson, Julia Rosenson, the Roth family, Minnie Sachs, Clarfeld, Talat Sela, Janet Salomon, Solomon Salimpour, Helen Sandler, Esther Schneer, Elvira Schwartz, Yetta Serber, Devorah Siegel, Milton Siegel, Musa Sinai, Joe Sinai, Milton Singer, Ray Silvic, Jack Sonnenblick, Oscar Stahl, Beatrice Sutton, Harry Tenenbaum, Mominer Termechi, Bertel Tessel, Herman Thaler, Marcel Traeger, Minnie Troy, Nathan Tooch, Arthur Turbo, Gussie Weisberg, Abraham Weisbrat, Sima Weisbrat, Yitzchak Weisbrot, Siva Weisbrat, Solomon Yehudian, Kant Baba Yatsian. Earlier today, we marked the 20th of Nisan, on which we were called the Yortzites of Talat Hakimianpour, Nicole Harris, Martin Licker, Sue Platt, Ruth Resnick, Eleanor Rouse, Howard Saget, Dolly Siegel, Stanley Slivkin, Alita Wirald Dalderman, Arthur Weiss, Lillian Winston, and Lawrence Ziegler. We also mark that's it. In the chat, you see Peter, you're saying Kaddish for Helen, your mother. Yochib, you're saying Kaddish for Vladimir Ben Mercedes. I'll invite all those in a period of mourning to rise, and we'll say the words of the mourner's Kaddish together. Yit Gadal ve'yit Kaddash Shemei Rabbah V'Oma Divrach Hirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei V'Chayechon V'Yomechon U'Hayeh Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala U'Bizman Ka'riv V'Imru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah V'Vorach Le'olam Olamei Amaya Yitzbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yitramam V'Yitnaseh V'Yitadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shemei Dekudsha Brichu La'ela Min Koberchata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nechamata Damiran Be'alma V'Imru Amen Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shmaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen Hoseh Shalom Pimramav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. Before we begin Mariv tonight, I want to share just a word of Torah, and tonight I want to talk about egg matzah. There's been a lot of attention about egg matzah this Passover. It was the solution to the question about challah last week. If you remember, Shabbat came before Passover last week. It was Saturday, and then Saturday night we had the Seder. And so we had a dilemma on Saturday. You can't eat challah because the house has to be kosher for Passover. And you can't eat matzah because you can't have matzah the day before the Seder. So the solution was, of course, have something other than matzah. But more popularly, the solution from the Shulchan Aruch is to have egg matzah. Egg matzah is like matzah in some respects and unlike matzah in other respects. In one respect, very importantly, it looks and it feels like matzah. It has that familiar crunch. It's shaped like matzah. In many ways, it's indistinguishable. However, there's a major difference, which is that egg matzah is made not with flour and water, but with flour and fruit juice, apple or grape. So the ingredients are different, and that difference in ingredients affects the status of that matzah. It's not regular matzah, because matzah has to be made with flour and water, but it's not matzah, because it's made in under 18 minutes. You have flour, you have a liquid, and it has the status of kind of like matzah, kind of not like matzah. During the week, when you eat egg matzah, there's actually a different blessing on egg matzah. If you're eating just a little bit, that is to say less than 2 squares of egg matzah, the blessing is not hamotzi. For normal matzah, the blessing is hamotzi, but for egg matzah, the blessing is mizonot. Borei mine mizonot. For matzah, for normal matzah, made with flour and water, even the tiniest bit of matzah, you would have to say hamotzi. You'd wash ritually, and then you'd say hamotzi to partake in that. But with egg matzah, if you're eating less than a meal's worth, you say mizonot, borei mine mizonot. So why do I tell you about egg matzah versus normal matzah? It's to tell you that appearances are good and well, and they're important. But what matters most is ingredients. For us, that lesson is that it's one thing to appear to be moral, to appear to be kind, to appear to be generous, to appear to care. But it's another thing to have those as your ingredients. Ingredients matter more than appearances. And if there's anything we learned from egg matzah this year, it is that great gift. That what matters most is what's inside, not what appears on the outside. So I hope you can take that into your last few days of Passover, whether you're eating normal matzah or you're eating egg matzah. I'll invite you to remember that. And to, instead of try and appear to be a certain way, strive to be so. Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach. I'll invite you, if we can, find the Sidor Lev Shalem, you can turn or flip to page 39 for our Baruch Hu. If not, feel free to sing the prayers along with me. Thank you, Peter. Please rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Umavir Yom Umavi Laila Mavdil Bin Yom Avin Laila Adonai Tzevot Shemo Chai V'Kayam Tzevot Lacham Leila Elam Va'ed Baruch Ata Adonai Hama'ari V'Aravim. You may be seated. We'll continue on page 40. Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael. Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al Kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shofteinu u'bekumeinu Nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach v'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki chen b'ayinu le'orech yameinu le'orech yameinu Lahem neged yomam v'layla yomam v'layla V'avatcha t'sim imenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. We'll join together for the Shema, page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובנתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו תותפות בין עיניך וכתבתם המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Page 42, we'll continue on our own, the second and third paragraph of the Shema. V'haya Vayomer Adonai Moshe Lemor למען תזכרו ועשיתם מכל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We're on page 43a. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם אשר בני מלאכה נשירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילתו ספר מלכותך ובניך בוקר מצלם אשר זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדן את יעקב ולא מזכר ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל. We'll join together for the words of Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Ve'hamidenu Malkeinu Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom Ve'hamidenu Malkeinu Lechaim Ushmor Seitenu bottom of the page with the red arrow. Shmor tzitenu, Ufros aleinu, Ufros aleinu, Sukkah shlomecha, Ufros aleinu, Sukkah shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Haborei Sukkah Shalom. Aleinu ve'al Yisrael Amecha, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. Ufros aleinu, Sukkah shlomecha, Ufros aleinu, Sukkah shlomecha, Baruch atah Hashem, Haborei Sukkah Shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael Amecha, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. You too, Julian. Thanks for saying that. Okay, we'll all rise. Vishamru, page 46. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, va'asrot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברי עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. Because we're welcoming in the end of Passover, the seventh day, our festival tonight, we'll also say this line before the Amidah. Vaydaber Moshe et moadei Adonai el bnei Yisrael. Yitzkada v'yitzkada shemei rabba ve'amat librach yirutei v'mlich malchutei b'chayei chonu v'yomei chonu v'chayei decho beit Yisrael ba'agala ba'agala uvizman kari v'yimeru amen. Yishmei rabba mavorach le'olam olamei homaya Yitzbarach, Yitzbarach, Vishtabach, Yitzbarach, Yitzbarach, Minaseh, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemira Kucha, Brichu, Le'ela, Mikover Chata, Veshirata, Tushmechata, Venechemata, Damiran Be'alma, Ve'imeru, Amen. We'll turn to page 306. Why so far out in the Siddur? Which we couldn't find a link to, because tonight we'll say our festival Amidah with the Shabbat insertions. So if you're following along the Siddur Lev Shalem or in any of your Siddurim, you'll find the Siddur for your Shalosh Regalim for holidays. And remember to the Passover insertions as well as the insertions for Shabbat. We'll take a few moments for private prayer and reflection. Shabbatot limnucha modim. Kadesh Shabbat Yisrael v'Hazmanim. Ritzei. Catherine, Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach. Because we have a little more time, because we had a shortened Kabbalat Shabbat service, we'll end our Amidah tonight with the words of Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Le'akol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Le'akol Yisrael. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Shalom Bimroma, Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'akol Yisrael. 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 Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. Shelley, glad you're here tonight, and Tim. I'll invite everybody to rise for Kaddish Shalom and Aleinu, beginning on page 54. Yitzkara Yitzkara Shemei Rabba Be'amad Yirach Yitzevim Lichmachu Tevechai Echone V'Mechone V'Chaydecho B'Yis Yisrael B'Agla B'Zman Kari Ve'imru Amen Yehishmei Rabba Mevorach Le'elam Alamei HaMaya Yitzbarach Ve'yishtabach Yitzparis Parnasei Yitzara V'Tzele V'Tzele Shmei Kudsha Brichu Le'elam Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tishvikatav Nechmatada Miramei Alma Ve'imru Amen Tikabal Tzotonu V'Tonu Ko Yisrael Korban Yishmaya Ve'imru Amen Yishlam Rabbi Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu Ko Yisrael Ve'imru Amen Oseh Shalom Miroma, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'kol Yisrael Ve'imeru. Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, latet gedula liyotzer bereshit, shelo asatnu ki goy ha'aratzot v'lo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama. Shelo samchokenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol amonav v'nachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei amlachim ha'kadosh baruch hu. הכתוב בתורתך להמלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Once again, I'll invite everybody in a period of mourning to rise, and we'll say the words of the Mourner's Kaddish together. They can be found on page 58. Yitz Gadal, Ve'yitz Kadash, Shmei Rabbah. Ve'alma Divra Chirute, Ve'amlich Malchute. V'chayechon, Ve'yom Echon, V'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, Ve'bizman Kariv, Ve'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Bevarach Le'olam Lamei Amaya. Yitzbarach Ve'yishtabach Ve'yitzpa'ar Ve'yitromam Ve'yitnaseh. V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Dekudsha Brichu La'ela Min Kol Berchata V'shirata Tush Bechata V'nechemata Da Amiran Be'alma Ve'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shmaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bibramav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Chag Sameach. Yes, as Jay mentioned in the chat, we are in the period of counting the days between Passover and Shavuot. We're going to count up to 49, and the 50th day will be on Shavuot. Today has been number 5. We don't count the new day until after the stars are out, which they are not yet here in Los Angeles. Of course, I was going to try to make a joke about movie stars being out, but you can put, that's the punchline. You put the rest of the joke together. The stars in the sky, however, are not out yet, which means we cannot count the new night, but today has been number 5. Don't forget tonight, you'll count the day after number 5. Why don't we end tonight? We are bringing in Chag tonight, not just Shabbat, the last night of Passover. So we'll sing together. V'samachta bechagecha, which translates to you should be joyful and celebrate on your holidays. Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy the rest of Passover. Enjoy your pizza or your other carbs on Sunday night when Passover ends. And I will see you all soon. No Hasidut this week because Saturday night is still going to be part of Chag, but we'll pick it up again next week. Okay, bye everybody. Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom.